How to Succeed in Competitive Robotics, the How to Build a Robot video series. Episode 1. Brainstorming and Game Strategy. The new season of your student competitive robotics has begun. The robot game is about to be announced. What comes next? This is an adaptable plan for developing a robot game strategy to ensure a successful season. This video will use project management methods outlined in a book, How to Succeed in Competitive Robotics, Engineering Notebook Guide. If you are interested in learning more, check the description. There are 6 procedures to building a robot, and 4 procedures to prepare for competition. This video series will focus on building a robot. The first procedure is brainstorming concepts and planning your game strategy. There are 5 steps to brainstorming and game strategy. Certain rules and guidelines may always stay the same depending on your robotics organization, but the robot game changes every year. The first step is to gather all your information from your current season game reveal. Step 1. Gather game reveal info. Your whole team should watch the game reveal broadcast videos together at least twice. They are usually released on a common streaming platform on what may be referred to as a kickoff date. You will also need to gather any documentation released about the robot game. That may include a game scoring summary, game manuals, and other publications about any rules and restrictions. Step 2. Scoring evaluation. The second step is to figure out all the ways you can score and how many times it is possible to use each scoring method in a single match. Start with a list of every possible scoring method in the game, such as shoot a red ball in the low goal. Then estimate how many times your team could feasibly use just one of the scoring methods only in a full game. Do this for each scoring method and compare your totals. Having this list will begin to show you where the more advantageous scoring opportunities are. You could stop there and have valuable information to consider when brainstorming your robot design ideas. But if you are a more experienced team, you may want to evaluate this information further. See the book for more examples about how to evaluate scoring. Step 3. Scoring priorities. The third step is to take your scoring data and prioritize which scoring methods you should pursue first. This step is very specific to your team. Your experience level, available resources, and the amount of time you are able to commit collectively will greatly impact which scoring methods make the most sense for your team to tackle first. Consider other factors. Expand those factors as they apply to your team, and prioritize all the scoring opportunities you want to tackle first in order. If you are a new team, focus on the top 3 scoring priorities you think are feasible to complete this season. Step 4. Brainstorm the drivetrain. Now that you understand the scoring priorities for this game, come up with different ideas for your drivetrain, the frame and wheels of your robot, that can best navigate the playing field. This step is also very specific to your team. There are a lot of options for a robot drivetrain. If you are a new team that only has access to the basic parts kit, it's fine to build a very basic frame with the wheels and motors that came with the kit. But you may want to get creative with the wheels provided to ensure your robot can navigate around all the obstacles in the field. You may also want to limit the number of motors you can use so you can use some of them for the attachments. If you are a more experienced team, consider more complex drivetrains that can better navigate the field and provide more space for your attachments. Also consider purchasing parts that better fit your needs. Step 5. Brainstorm the attachments. The final step is to come up with different ideas for attachments that will perform your scoring tasks. This step is also very specific to your team. There are a lot of options for robot attachments. If you are a new team that only has access to the basic parts kit, it is fine to start with a very simple attachment, like a plow or a lever. If you are a more experienced team, consider attachments that will work well with the field elements, are sturdy enough to withstand rough gameplay conditions, and have multiple servos, motors, and sensors. Consider other factors. Regardless of your team's experience level, Consider how many motors, servos, and sensors you have, and how many are allowed, and if it's feasible to get more or different ones in time. Congratulations! You now know the steps to brainstorming and game strategy. Research the robot game, evaluate your scoring options, develop your scoring strategy, brainstorm drivetrain options specific to the playing field and game elements, and brainstorm attachment options specific to your scoring strategy priorities. To make this procedure even easier, check out the book that fully illustrates this procedure with forms, charts, and diagrams you can use. Using the example in the book will help keep you on track and provide all the documentation you need to keep your entire team informed about your robot development in real time. The engineering notebook you create will be invaluable to show sponsors, alliance partners, and future teammates. Download the book for free on September 9, 10, and 11 in 2022. EngineeringNotebookGuide.com will list information about free download dates. Or get the printed workbook for less than it would cost to create and print the documents yourself.